For the past 5 years, I have been obsessed with learning the secrets to ranking up so fast it scares people. And these methods that I'm about to teach you have not only helped my little brother reach Immortal at just 11 years old, but also the hundreds of students that I have coached, which means that they will work for you too. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can rank up faster than anyone else by sharing 5 powerful tips that helped me reach Immortal at 15 years old in just 1 month of playing, which then allowed me to reach my peak rank of top 600 while being in university, balancing an internship, and losing 100 pounds. The first tip I have for you guys today, which you need to know before you can rank up faster than everyone else around you, is to figure out your aiming style. There are plenty of aiming styles for you to choose from. However, the 2 most common aiming styles in Valorant that all Radiant players use are calm aim and flicky aim. Calm aim is all about keeping yourself relaxed and removing all tension in your aim. This requires you to rely more on your aim control and taking your time in between shots. You can use pro players like Alexander to review the style of aim. As you can see with Alexander's clips, his aiming style relies on his slowed down speed and focus on accuracy and crosshair placement, resulting in a smooth-like, water-flowy aim that you and I wished we had. He also emphasizes his movement during gunfights. Since he's opting in for a longer time to kill in a gunfight due to his focus on smoothness, he abuses his unpredictable movement to help him win all of his duels easily and increases his time alive. The best way to unlock calm aim is to jump into a deathmatch and focus on the weight you put onto your mouse, essentially putting almost zero tension and having a flow-like movement with your hands. Also focusing on smoothing out your corners when you peek angles and reduce the jitterness in your aim. Overall, calm aim allows you to become more consistent with your shots, but the biggest downside is that it heavily reduces your reaction speed, as the less force you put onto your mouse results in a slower reaction time, or vice versa, putting more tension into your mouse results in a faster reaction time. With that being said, the opposite counterpart to calm aim is flicky aim. Flicky aim is all about moving your mouse with confidence and aggression. A good example of flicky aim would be a player like 100 Thieves Asuna. I want you to compare the 2 aiming styles and notice the clear difference. In contrast to Alexander, Asuna relies on pure speed and flashy initial flicks to kill his target. He doesn't need to rely on his crosshair placement, as he is so confident in his flicks that all he needs to do is trust in his insane raw aim and flicky aiming style. The easiest way to unlock flicky aim is relying on your wrist while you are aiming and use a higher sensitivity. Having a flicky aim style allows you to have quicker reactions during unpredictable and chaotic situations, but the biggest glaring issue is the consistency factor. For you to perform well, you need to hone down the style and continuously practice your raw microflicks during deathmatches and aim trainers to increase your consistency. Now, with all that being said, for you to choose the correct aiming style for you, there are a select few conditions that you have to meet in order for you to use them. The 3 conditions being: 1. Do you naturally tend to be a calm player or aggressive player? 2. Do you play on a high sensitivity or low sensitivity? 3. Which style of aim interests you the most? Answering these questions will allow you to choose a correct aiming style that fits you. After you choose which style you want to use, I would recommend to analyze pro players and watch how they play. Calm aimers that you can watch are Alexander and Ye, and for flicky aimers you can watch are Asuna and Tens. Afterwards, go into deathmatches and try to emulate their movement, speed, and play styles so you can transfer it into your ranked games. And if you need personalized help with your aim, join the 1% Club. In the 1% Club, I can guarantee I will help you reach Immortal as fast as possible without having to sacrifice your life through one-on-one Valorant coaching sessions, 4 monthly group coaching calls, free Kovacs paid by me, personalized aim routines, gain access to my 20-page Immortal blueprint, have 24/7 personal messaging, and be a part of my monthly exclusive giveaways. This is the only coaching community where I will help everyone inside reach their dream ranks in the shortest amount of time possible. And don't only hear from me, but the hundreds of players that I've coached in the community, like Scooby, who I helped rank up over 500 RR in just 1 month and reach Immortal for the first time, or AK-47, who I coached and was able to help him rank up over 600 RR and also reach Immortal for the first time. If you want to learn how to rank up as fast as they did, join the 1% Club now by clicking the link in the description, as it's only 64 cents per day. Now, figuring out aiming style is great, but it is only one piece of the ever-evolving puzzle that we need to solve to learn how to rank up faster than everyone else around us. The next step may shock you, but if implemented correctly, will 100% help you improve way faster in a less amount of time, which is to fail as fast as possible. This might sound very counterintuitive, and you might be thinking, what the is this guy talking about? But please give me a second to explain. If you grew up as a gifted child and academics became easy for you, you probably started to realize the more you grew up and actually started to find problems that challenge you, you would get demotivated and give up halfway through because you never really learned how to truly learn. If you want to know how to rank up fast in Valorant, you have to fail by making mistakes first so you can take a step back and reflect on what you did wrong. Yes, it would be great if everything came easy to you, but that's not reality, and so many people are scared to fail because of that. If you leave with anything in this video, it should be this: you only learn when you fail first. This is how I lost 100 pounds in 2 years, by failing over and over again. That's how I made making YouTube videos my full-time job, by failing over and over again. And that's how I was able to reach Immortal in just 1 month, by failing over and over again and taking a step back to learn from my mistakes. Now, how do we do this? My biggest recommendation is to do the 6-clip method. Essentially, the 6-clip method is you clipping 6 deaths of your game and watching them back after your rank session. After that, I want you to answer these 4 following questions. 1. What type of situation are we currently in? 2. What could we have done better? 3. What should we have done to increase our odds of winning? And 4. How do you think the enemy was thinking during this round? It is no secret that in Valorant, your game sense is by far the most important pillar to improve in, and by answering these questions after every death, I can guarantee that you will become the smartest player in your rank. But without knowing this next tip, then everything I've said in this video would be useless to you, which is why you must learn how to clutch rounds. If you want to learn how to rank up as fast as you possibly can, being able to perform well in clutches consistently in all matches you play will allow you to rank up much faster compared to your competition. However, a common problem that I see so many of my students come across is that they overly stress in those situations and feel forced to make a choice even if it's a bad one, which is why I want to introduce the method that I used and perfected, which is called the Common Clutch Protocol, or the CCP. Essentially, CCP consists of 2 things. Whenever you're in a clutch situation, play slowly and weed out all information you can. This means you should heavily focus on what footsteps you hear, what ults they have, what utility you have, and any free info you can gather. You need to understand that to win rounds, you have to capitalize on their mistakes. By playing slower and taking your time, it gives more opportunity for you to do that. And for number 2, know that statistically, you shouldn't win this round, so drop all expectations and just play. A lot of people have this problem where they stress too much about winning rounds, even when it's almost impossible to do so. I want you to reframe your mindset that statistically speaking, you have all odds stacked against you. So don't put so much pressure on yourself for winning clutches when you shouldn't have won anyways. This will instantly boost your confidence and clear your head when you're clutching rounds. Remembering this protocol has helped me tremendously with reducing stress that I have during these clutch situations, and also focus more on taking my time and actually using the information that I gained to my advantage rather than forcing myself to make choices when I don't need to. Now, let me tell you something surprising. When I first started, I was actually Heartstuck Diamond for my first 150 hours of playing. But after implementing this method that I'm about to show you, I was able to skyrocket to Immortal in just 1 month and rank up so unbelievably fast that my friends thought I bought a boosting service. This was all done by using the single shift method. Lots of you guys out there, including me, made the mistake of doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. This is the definition of insanity. For my example, all I did was just exclusively play ranked and expected myself to improve with just that alone. But after a while, I started to realize that this was not going to cut it at all, and I needed to do more to increase my rate of improvement, which is where the single shift method comes in. A huge problem that a lot of people go through is that they don't know what to change first to ensure they rank up fast. So instead of trying to implement everything all at once, choose one portion of your routine and build only that first. So how can we do this? Here is a 4-step system for you to follow to guarantee that you improve. The first step of the system I want you to do is to write down your routine. I want you to answer these 2 questions. What are you doing daily, and where do you feel stuck? This will help paint a clear picture of your daily patterns and where we need to work on. The second step of the system is to choose one thing from your routine and tweak it. The 4 most common changes people need to add are: 1. Creating a set warm-up routine; 2. Stop playing after you notice tilting; 3. Develop an aim routine; and 4. Watch 1 pro VOD every day. These are the most common parts of the routine I see so many players missing, which is why you stay hard stuck for so long. Next, for the third step of the system, which is to track the outcome. After changing what you do, I want you to track your progress in terms of either your aim, mental, or game sense. These are the 3 core categories that every Valorant player needs to improve on, and simply reviewing this every week will give you a serious advantage over everyone else. Lastly, the fourth and final step of the system is to test and repeat. Like I said earlier, the only way for you to improve is to fail as much as you can and learn from all of your mistakes. If something doesn't work for you after 2 weeks of implementing it, go back to step 1, trust the process, and do it all over again. But I can guarantee you that if you do each step correctly, you'll rank up way faster than everyone else in your games and be called out for cheating with how good you become. Now, going into the final piece of advice that I have for you guys today, which is arguably the most important I have for all of you watching. It took me 3 years to figure this out, so you better listen up. The best way to get better quickly on not just Valorant, but anything you want to pursue in life is to set timers. No, I'm not talking about a stopwatch on your phone. What I really mean is to set a timer on how long it should take you to reach the goal that you set for yourself. A lot of people ask me how I was able to reach Immortal so quickly, go from a C student to getting A's in school, and being able to receive offers from internships without much experience. The reason for this was all because I set timers to ensure I put stress on myself to do and be more. If you were just like me, who was lazy, unambitious, and overall had no true work ethic, you need to listen up. I want you to seriously take a step back in your life and pick 3 goals that you want to achieve. You also must make sure that these goals are true to you and are difficult enough to challenge who you are. When I was 15, the goals I set for myself were to reach Immortal in 3 months, to lose 100 pounds in a year, and to make my first $1,000 online by 18. When I set these as goals for myself and literally put it as the wallpaper of my desktop, I was not only motivated to do the work, but it allowed me to continuously remind myself of what I was chasing after. Surrounding yourself with these goals and obsessing over them is the only way, and I mean the only way, to truly move the needle and achieve the things you set for yourself. Now, was I able to reach all of my goals in the set time frames? No, I actually reached Immortal and my financial goal much faster than what I intended, but it took me a bit longer to reach my fitness goal. The purpose isn't to force yourself or rush the process. It is simply there for you to keep yourself accountable and put actual stress that you need to get up and work. I'm telling you, this is a cheat code, and the reason why you notice so many people succeeding so much faster than you and everyone else around you is because they set a timer for themselves and never looked back. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're interested to learn directly from me one-on-one, the links for my coaching that has helped hundreds of students on average rank up 350 RR are in the description, or you can shoot me a DM over on Discord if you have any questions. Thanks again for everyone watching. Make sure to subscribe, and remember, you only fail when you stop trying. I love you. Mwah. See you soon.